Greetings, fam. It's your girl, Charlotte from Conscious Gear. And look, people always ask me, how do you know that all you could go for is 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour? Like, fam, do y'all really think I want to tell you I was going 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour? like, I tell people, like, I used to be so ashamed of that for years. Like, I would never tell this story. And then all of a sudden, I started Conscious Gear and I had to really dig deep and say, well, why did you start this company? And where was your beginning? And what really, propelled you forward? And honestly, as I started to look back, I realized that my 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour story was more dynamic than I had actually even giving it credit. And so this is what happened, y'all. Like I tell you, I went to the gym. The doctor told me I had high cholesterol, high blood pressure, borderline diabetic, and I was morbidly obese. Okay, fine, cool. I go to the gym, YMCA, love them, will forever love them. And so what had happened really was that, so I went and I signed up and everything like that. However, my orientation day was like about a week later, but I wanted to go into the gym now, like, shoot, I'm trying to take back control of my life. And so I decided to go into the gym and test things out on my own, like without an orientation. And so for better or for worse, it was the best decision I could have ever made. Because what ended up happening was I stumbled into the kind of cardio area where they had the treadmills. And so I got on a treadmill and I fallen off like 2 times because I didn't, like, I got on it and then I started and then I pushed the buttons too fast and then I kind of fell to my knees. And then the second time I did, I caught myself putting my feet on the sides, so that the belt could just go, and then I would jump onto the belt. When I look back, it's funny as I don't know what, but at the time it was not funny. Anyway, so I start the machine up and then I would try to jump my feet on the belt and then I fell again. And then this brother, he so what had happened was this brother, he came. He was a staff member. He was working at the gym. And so he came over to me. He says, do you mind if I help you? Can I help you? And I was kind of like, I gave him the side because, by that time I was embarrassed and I was mad and I was frustrated. So I hear this brother is coming to talk about, can I help you? So it was like, I gave him a side eye. But then I said, yeah, help me. So then what ended up happening was he says, look, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get on this treadmill and the belt, because he had stopped the machine had stopped. And see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the speed very slowly for you. And when you get to a point where it's really too fast for you, let me know. So he put the machine on, he, increasing the speed super slowly. I don't know how slowly, but, super slowly. And it gets to a point where I'm like, no, I can't do it no more. That's good. That's too fast for me. He's like, okay. And he stopped the machine. He goes, I'm going to stop the machine now. So he stops the machine. And then he said, look, this is the second thing the second thing we're going to do is that I'm going to start the machine and I'm going to put it at a speed that's lower than the speed that you struggle with. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And and he said, I want you to go for as long as you can. And when you can't go any longer, just tell me to stop. Okay. So we go and I get to some point, of course, where I'm like, I can't take it no more. Because back then I was super dramatic. Okay, I'm still super dramatic. But nonetheless, I tell him to stop. And he said, okay. He said, that's good. Actually, you're done for the day. What I want you to do is I want you to come back tomorrow and do the same thing. And what you're going to do is you're going to go come to this machine. You're going to put it on 2 miles per hour right here. Show me the button. And he says, you're going to go for 2 minutes. Over here, you show me where the minute section was. And he says, that's what you're going to do. He said, in time, you're going to go faster and you're going to go for longer. He goes, but for now, tomorrow, all I want you to do is come back and do what you did today. And I was like, okay. He said, now go visit the rest of the gym, do whatever else you want to do, and then come back tomorrow. So I was like, okay. I was like, thank you. I think I said thank you reluctantly, just with his whole attitude. And so I tell you guys a story for a couple of different reasons. Number one is that, there's such a blessing in this story. The blessing was, this brother came over. He saw me falling on the treadmill. He came and he helped me. And he helped me understand, this is where you are right now, Charlotte. all you can do is 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour. But the way he did it, the way he helped me get to that point, there was no judgment in the way he was looking at me, interacting with me, nothing. In his voice, nothing. He just made me feel like 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour was good. Because he said at the end of, he said, good job. Like, you know, and he let me know, like, tomorrow you're going to come back and you're going to do the same thing. Like, coming back and doing the same thing wasn't a bad thing. And then I think, whoa, oh my God. I just know the true miracle in that moment was, he would say, you would go faster and you would go for longer. Now, I didn't even know what that meant. And honestly, I didn't care. Like, doing 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour was good enough for me. I thought I was in beast mode. Like, And so it's funny. I did come back to the gym the next day and I did the same thing. And then the third day I came back, I actually went for longer. I went for 10 minutes at 2 miles per hour. And I was like, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, what? Anyway, so, and then like, probably like several days later, I end up coming in, because I was coming in every day, and I put the machine on. I put it on 2.5 miles per hour because I was like, I can go faster. He told me I can go faster, so I'm gonna go faster. And so I ended up putting the towel over the machine, over the treadmill, and I ended up watching the Oprah Winfrey Show that day. And when I was so engrossed in the Oprah Winfrey Show that I didn't pay attention to the time. And when I lifted up the towel, I realized I had went 40 minutes. And I remember that day was pretty much a turning point, because it let me know, wow, you can go 40 minutes. Like, don't get it twisted, sister girlfriend. You can go 40 minutes if you put your mind to it, or if you just do it, you know? And so I just would constantly have these experiences over and over again. And I'll talk a little bit more about them in another video. But for this one, I want to keep it short, is that, look, this brother just helped me to, I don't know, I can't really say he necessarily helped me. It wasn't like he was trying to help me. He was just like saying, look, this is where you are, but know that where you are is okay, and that you will get faster, and you will go for longer. This brother I never saw this brother ever again. I don't know what happened. Must have been his last day at the gym, because I never saw him again. I wanted to thank him, because little did he know, 16 months later, I would cross the finish line of an 50-mile ultra marathon. But I started at 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour. And I just want this to be a point of inspiration for any and everybody out there. Like, no, it's not easy for me to tell this story, 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour, because that's super fucking slow. Now I know that. I didn't know that then, but it was where I was at. You know what I mean? So, I always wish I could find him, because I want to thank him. I really do, because he gave me such a gift to just say, babe. Like, he didn't say babe or anything like that, but he just was like, sis, this is where you are. Now come back tomorrow and do it again. But no, you're going to do better. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. And because I had never been on a treadmill, because I had never really done any fitness stuff and stuff like that, I had no comprehension of what 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour meant. It wasn't until I started running more and doing 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons and marathons, I was like, ooh, girl, you used to be super slow. That then I kind of could understand, like, the difference. But I'm so appreciative of the 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour. They brought me to where I am right now. And I wouldn't be where I am right now without that brother seeding me, grounding me, allowing me to have a foundational understanding and appreciation and just acceptance of where I was. So I say all that to say, y'all, that's how I know I was going 2 minutes at 2 miles per hour. I ain't making that shit up. I wish I was making it up, but it's like, and also I documented in my journal online. So I do this daily journal, 750words.com. It's an online journal. It's in the records. It's like they say, I got receipts, so to speak, because I did journal this information. But I wanted to share this story because I wanted just to inspire people to understand, like, just start where you are. Start where you are. I promise you, as he promised me, that you will go for longer and you will go faster. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Know that your bigger body is capable of doing anything that you want it to do. That there is nothing inherently pathological about your bigger body. Yes, you may have these different ailments, but your bigger body has the capacity to do great things. So get about the business of doing great, doing good, accepting where you are, but knowing in time you're going to get faster, you're going to get stronger, and you're going to go for longer. All right. Take good care of yourselves. Peace and love. And I'll see you outdoors. I'll see you outdoors. I'll see you outdoors. All right, fam. Take care now.